A village under siege, the leopards that stalked Mumbai's streets. Chapter 1. The city that never sleeps. Mumbai, India's financial heart, never truly rests. By day, its streets overflow with taxis, vendors, and millions of people rushing to work. By night, the chaos transforms into a different rhythm. Food stalls glow under yellow bulbs, children play in narrow lanes, and families gather on rooftops to escape the heat. But on the city's northern edge lies something few megacities possess: a dense forest. Sanjay Gandhi National Park sprawls across more than 100 square kilometers, its green canopy pressing against apartment towers and crowded suburbs. Leopards roam these woods, 40, 50, sometimes more. Most cities bury nature under concrete. Mumbai does not. Instead, it lives beside it, tangled in a fragile coexistence. And when the sun sets, the line between forest and city blurs. In this city that never sleeps, predators walk closer than anyone dares to imagine. Chapter 2. The Predator Next Door. For the leopards, Sanjay Gandhi National Park is home, but it is no longer enough. Prey inside the forest has dwindled under human pressure. Just beyond the park's fence lies a new buffet. Stray dogs, goats, pigs, and even chickens kept by families in roadside villages. Leopards are stealth perfected, muscular yet agile, able to scale walls in silence. They slip between railway tracks at night, cross roads unnoticed, and leap effortlessly into courtyards. Security cameras capture fleeting glimpses, a spotted body brushing past a parked scooter, golden eyes flashing in headlights, a long tail curling before vanishing into shadow. For most of the city, leopards remain myth, whispered about but rarely seen. For those who live at the forest's edge, they are neighbors. Neighbors that weigh 70 kilograms, armed with jaws powerful enough to crush a skull. These predators no longer belong only to the wild, they live next door. Chapter 3. First Contact. At first the signs were subtle. Dogs disappeared from alleys. Goats tied near huts were found lifeless, their throats punctured. Families whispered that something was moving at night. Then came proof. In 2001, CCTV footage captured a leopard strolling calmly through a Mumbai street, its head turning as if surveying territory it now considered its own. Residents watched in disbelief. This was not a rumor, it was real. Fear spread quickly. The city's poorest were most vulnerable, those whose homes pressed directly against the park's boundary, separated only by flimsy walls or corrugated metal sheets. For them, wildlife was not an exotic attraction. It was an intruder slipping into courtyards. In those early encounters, leopards largely targeted animals, pigs, chickens, dogs. People told themselves the predators would not touch humans. But predators do not respect borders, and hunger, once sharpened, does not discriminate between goat and child. Chapter 4. Escalation in the dark. Between 2002 and 2004, Mumbai experienced one of the deadliest waves of leopard attacks in modern history. More than a dozen people were killed in a matter of months. Victims were often children playing outside after dusk, or the elderly stepping into alleys for evening chores. The attacks were swift and brutal. In some cases, leopards dragged victims into bushes before neighbors could react. Panic swept through communities, families barred doors at sundown, streets once filled with chatter emptied into silence. The media called it an urban siege. Officials scrambled for answers, some called for mass captures and relocations, others for lethal culls. Conservationists argued that leopards were not villains but victims of human expansion. Yet the fear was real. In neighborhoods bordering Sanjay Gandhi National Park, darkness itself became dangerous. Every shadow could hide a predator. Every night carried the possibility of another scream. Chapter 5. The Siege Mentality. Life under siege changes people. In these villages, parents forbade children from playing outdoors after sunset. Women carried sticks when fetching water. Men walked in groups, scanning alleys with flashlights. Schools taught leopard safety, reminding children to travel together and never run if confronted. Fear seeped into daily routine, yet coexistence was unavoidable. The park lay less than an hour from the city's financial district. Millions depended on its green lungs for clean air, while its leopards prowled within earshot of honking horns. Attempts to trap and relocate animals often backfired. Removed leopards returned, or new ones filled the vacuum, sometimes more aggressive than before. The community adapted not by eliminating predators, but by adjusting behavior. Metal doors were reinforced, livestock pens were fortified. Still, every rustle at night sparked unease. Villages lived like fortresses, alert, anxious, always watching. Survival meant vigilance, not victory. Chapter 6. The Apex Predator in the Alley. Leopards are masters of adaptation. Unlike tigers, they tolerate noise, light, and human activity. In Mumbai, they hunt among garbage piles, stalk along railway lines, and leap across the tops of tin roofs. Dogs, once feral kings of the streets, now vanish nightly. Residents awake to silence, their alleys stripped of barking. In some areas, leopards have reduced stray dog populations by nearly 80%. Ecologists call this urban predation, a phenomenon rarely seen elsewhere in the world. Here, the apex predator does not roam remote mountains. It hides behind dumpsters. It emerges from shadows cast by neon lights. Mumbai is one of the few places where a top carnivore lives not in wilderness, but in direct overlap with 20 million people. To see a leopard's reflection in the lens of a streetlight is to realize the jungle is not out there. It is here, in the alley. Chapter 7. Science of Survival. Scientists studying Mumbai's leopards discovered something surprising. The predators play a role in controlling disease. By preying heavily on stray dogs, they reduce the animals most responsible for spreading rabies. In some communities, fewer dogs meant fewer bites and fewer hospital visits. It is a paradox. The same animal that inspires terror also indirectly protects human health. But coexistence remains fragile. As Mumbai grows, forest edges shrink. New construction eats into the park's boundary, forcing more overlap. Leopards, resilient by nature, adapt quickly. They hunting under neon, navigating traffic, timing their raids between commuter trains. Their success is both remarkable and unsettling. They are proof that wildlife can adapt to urbanization in ways we never expected. Yet every adaptation deepens the risk of conflict. For scientists, Mumbai has become a living laboratory. For residents, it remains a test of survival. Chapter 8. Coexistence or conflict. The question is unavoidable. Can people live with leopards? Some communities have learned to adapt, keeping garbage sealed, traveling in groups, using streetlights to deter prowlers. Awareness campaigns teach residents how to react: stand tall, do not run, make noise. And slowly the number of attacks has fallen compared to the crisis years of the early 2000s. But the threat never vanishes. Each time a new attack makes headlines, fear surges again. Some demand relocation, others demand culling. Conservationists argue that killing only destabilizes populations, causing more chaos. The debate mirrors a larger struggle faced by cities worldwide. As human sprawl presses against wilderness, can we share space with predators? In Mumbai, the answer is written nightly in paw prints left on dusty streets, in golden eyes glimpsed through headlights, in the silence of alleys once filled with dogs. Coexistence is possible, but never comfortable. Closing the predator in the metropolis. From skyscrapers to slums, from train stations to temples, Mumbai pulses with human energy. But hidden within its rhythm stalks a reminder that nature is never far. Leopards born to forests now navigate alleys of concrete. They move with precision, hunting beneath neon signs, blending into shadows of apartment blocks. Their survival is testimony to adaptability. Their presence is a challenge to human dominance. In Mumbai, the city that never sleeps, predators do not sleep either. When the boundaries between jungle and metropolis vanish, survival becomes a shared story. The leopard proves that even in the heart of a megacity, the wild does not die. It adapts, it endures, and sometimes it rules.